is the relationship between decimal numbers, place value, and the powers of 10? Let's look at the number 543. We can use a place value chart to show the place value of each digit in this number. There are 5 hundreds, 4 tens, and 3 ones. Another way to represent this number is to write it in expanded form. 500 plus 40 plus 3. Now let's see what happens when we add digits to the right of the decimal point. Here is the number 543. We can use the place value chart to show the numbers that are less than 1. The red dot is the decimal point, and the places to the right of the decimal point are the decimal places. These numbers are fractional parts and are less than 1. In this number, we add 6 tenths, 7 hundredths, and 1 thousandth. Why is the place to the right of the decimal point called tenths and not oneths? If we look at the pattern in the place value chart, we see why we do not have a oneths place. Let's start with the thousands place to see this pattern. When we divide 1,000 by 10, we move one place to the right, to the hundreds place. When we divide 100 by 10, we move right to the tens place. When we divide 10 by 10, we move right to the ones place. When we divide 1 by 10, we break 1 into 10 parts, or tenths. One of the equal parts is 1/10. Now we can write this as a decimal number. We use this decimal number to represent 1/10. Now let's look at what happens when we divide 1/10 by 10. The 100 square grid shows the fraction 1/10 divided into 10 equal parts. When we divide 1/10 by 10, we get 1/100th. The decimal 1/100th looks like this in the place value chart. This pattern for dividing by 10 to get the next smaller place goes on forever. How do we write fractions as decimal numbers? Let's write the fraction 27 hundredths as a decimal number. Here's what 27 hundredths looks like on a 100 square grid. The two columns that are completely filled in represent 2 tenths. And the third column represents 7 hundredths. Now we can fill in the place value chart. In the decimal number 27 hundredths, there are 2 tenths and 7 hundredths.